Page 7. We wish you a Merry Christmas. This is in 3/4 time. We only have to count to 3. It's got eighth notes in it, so we got to go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 3 and. There's no 4 and here, just 3 and. It comes in on beat 3 and it's got a pickup beat. So the left hand, G, you got a fourth finger, that puts you here. And the right hand, you thumb on middle C, that puts you here. That's in middle C position again. And watch this rhythm because of the eighth notes. So you come in 3 and then the right hand, 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. See the eighth notes? In that measure, middle C is played by each hand. The right hand gets it first, and then the left hand gets it. They're sharing middle C. Well, that happens in middle C position. They have to share that note. That's okay. Go to the last measure, the first line. Right hand, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 1 and 2 and then quarter notes and half notes. Hopefully you get that. And the last line is similar to what we've had before. On the last line, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1. Like so. You work it out carefully, get the notes and the rhythms, get all that working for you with no wrong notes, no hesitations anywhere, where you can play it through, and you choose the speed. This actually moves pretty good. But you don't have to play it that fast. You play it slowly when you're learning it, and you can gradually speed it up to however fast you want it to go. If you're singing it, how fast would you sing it? I want to talk a little bit more, I'll challenge you a little bit more because it's becoming more and more important as we go through this book to get in the phrasing. The phrasing is important. And the phrasing is these curved lines. There's like musical sentences where you can kind of take a breath, or there's a little silence between the phrases where you go on. The beat doesn't the beat doesn't change. The silence is stuck in there. Well, in the next to the last measure, on the first line, you have those 3/4 notes. But a phrase ends and another phrase begins. So it's here. And we want a little more silence before we play the last A. Just so you go 1, 2. The beat is steady. That doesn't change. You're cutting the second A a little bit shorter. So we hear a little bit of silence there. In the second line in the first measure, the 2 G's, then you just lift up, just a little lift up and keep going. Just and that ends a phrase and begins another phrase. Look at the third line down. You have a C, a half note C, and then that ends a phrase, and then you're going to start with a G. Well, you're going to lift up on the C before you play the G, so there's silence. There, so a phrase ends and another. Don't connect the C and the G. So lift up there. And do that between each of these phrases. You should be doing that in all these songs. I just haven't pointed it out. It takes practice to get it. And if we just start now working on it, then by the time the music gets more difficult, you'll have it. And it'll come. It comes pretty much automatic after a while. You just do it. Now I'd like to play this slowly and have you play it with me to make sure you're playing the same notes at the same time I am. That way you got the right notes and the right rhythms. And then you can take it and speed it up and make it music and all that wonderful stuff. So we come in on beat 3, so I'm just going to give us 2 counts. I'm going to go ready, go, and then we go. So go ahead and put your hands in middle C position. And here we go. Ready and go, and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2.